Galactic love. Divine love, your love. Mother/Father God. Channel, Core 3 Email, PSD. June 3, 2013. Where shall we begin? We have received many questions, and much is happening on the planet in the past few days. We will first bring you up to date on an issue we have not discussed in depth here, but which has been circulating on the internet, so we decided to address it. It is the matter of the stabilizatio of planet Earth to prevent her from flipping on her axis. It would have been part of the natural process, like that which has occurred many times in the past. But this time, the galactics, the population of humanity on Earth, and we did not want to see the destruction of all on the planet in a sudden and dramatic moment. We wanted to help you continue your work, to make the ascension process possible, not just for Mother Earth, but for her children as well. And so it has been decided to offer the most strenuous help to stabilize and steady the planet as she expands. There will be earthquakes and storms, some very dramatic weather, but the casualties have been minimized tremendously so far. In order to do this, massive ships have been placed in a ring around Gaia, using the power of their magnetic generators to hold her in their arms, watching moment by moment as the shudders and fracturing continues as Mother Earth's crust expands. Many variations on the plan have been considered and some tried in recent months. You have not been aware of any of this, and there was no need for you to be. There was always the plan, put in place more than 70 years ago, that in case of sudden disaster, the ships would land and whisk away the inhabitants of the planet in a genuine rescue mission to avoid the mass destruction of humanity. It would require only that all inhabitants be willing to hurry onto the ships in order to be saved. We would have hoped they would all be intuitive enough to board, but it is always possible that the fear-mongering of the Dark Ones would have prevented the successful execution of the plan. With the knowledge that Earth was extremely unstable, we have continued to work with you to help you raise your vibration so that you could help with your own vibration to stabilize the Earth's growing pains and magnetic instability. You are electromagnetic beings of light, just as Motor Earth is. With your combined power it would have been possible to anchor the Earth's center, from where you stand, as everyone else would do, and so help to delay or prevent the pole shift, which has happened on many other planets in your solar system, by the way. Gaia was not able to hold steady by herself, and so she called for help from the Galactic Federation. They responded with the most powerful technology available, and the most brilliant scientists and engineers. You, dear Earth beings, are truly the center of attention and focus for the universe at this time. It is a heroic task, and our dear crew has been successful so far, but we can tell you now that it has been a matter of great concern and massive activity for several months. During the past month there were times when those in charge of the, literally, Herculean task feared it would not be successful, and indeed the first efforts were not. To add power to the ring of crafts which were holding the planet, a new task force has been added. It is the presence of extremely large, hundreds of miles in diameter, ships, positioned at strategic positions around Gaia, to apply some different strategies to create stability. Gaia herself is straining to maintain control, like a mother in childbirth managing the birth process to protect her child from harm. She is able to work with the new ships in a more comfortable way, even as she continues her ascension and expansion. This was one of the reasons we were so intent on helping you to meet the December the 21st date you had set for yourselves. In fact, we were all but convinced you would hurl yourselves across the finish line then, but as you know, the highest timeline leap was not accomplished at that time as we so dearly hoped. We saw the developing instability problems and were not certain of the success of the stabilize RTO options at the time. As many have been working to stabilize the military situation, which could have set off a disastrous destabilizatio of the planet, others worked to improve the international political situation and many more to restructure the financial systems to prevent chaos on the surface, and as you who are reading this have been working to encourage disclosure for the reasons you were already aware of, and many more. So you see, there is much happening behind the scenes which has affected all the other plans for the smooth transition of Earth and her inhabitants. All is being watched carefully by us and overseen by Prime Creator. Such a massive attempt at stabilizing a planet in ascension has never been attempted before, although similar projects of lesser magnitude have been tried. You are truly blessed among all in the universe, dear ones. Why does the entire universe reach out to help their small, distant cousin planet Earth and her human inhabitants? What do they see in you that touches their hearts and stirs their imaginations? Why are the Agathas, the Arcturias, the Sirius and Pleiades, among many others, drawn to be of service here in this corner of the galaxy? Why have they left their homes to travel so far to be of service at this time of need? First, it is because they are compassionate in their natures and nurturing in their ways, but it is more than that. They are deeply moved by the long history of valiant struggle which they have watched with keen interest over the millennia, aware that this new strain of humankind, known across the universe as the Creator Race, carries a unique combination of intense emotional energies and the DNA potential for high intelligence. They have watched your struggle against the Dark Ones, which ebbed and flowed over the centuries, but seemed to create such heroism in certain individuals, and such bursts of divine light that the observers gasped with wonder. It is this dramatic struggle which captured their hearts, and inspired them to gather here to help. They are also captivated by your sponsoring agents, the brilliant Kumaras, the Elohim, the archangels and our legions of light who have represented Mother Earth, ever supporting her cause and the welfare of her humankind in the councils while she and you have struggled to ascend to membership in the Galactic Federation of Light. With the current status assuring more safety from catastrophic global changes for the time being, we encourage you to continue your work to elevate yourselves on your own paths toward the light. Every day brings you closer to a time when you will be given the option to ascend into the light, to be completely one with us. Is it truly what you want to accomplish? For it is an accomplishment, the achievement of a goal which is far more heroic and meaningful than anything else you have ever done in your life. Will you forego your intellectualizatios, your doomsday imaginings, and your persistent attachment to three-dimensional thinking? Will you continue to imagine that we do not understand your use of time, when we invented it, or your suffering, when we live through every moment of it with you? Will you cling to the suffocating religious beliefs in a vengeful God, and point to every misfortune or pain as proof of our cruelty and our refusal to help you? We have tried to help you to understand that it is just those misfortunes and pains which finally bring you closer to us, to receive our love and our sustenance. We have explained the universal law of flow, which guarantees that what you place in the atmosphere around you, in energetic terms, creates the life experiences which come next. Yet, you continue to complain about your life circumstances as if you had no influence on them. We acknowledge that there may be an occasional blow from out of left field, but it does not come from us. Generally, it is a part of your overall contract, which includes challenges as well as triumphs. But you, dear ones, are short on the triumphs because you tend to look for, plan for, and therefore create illness, financial distress, and interpersonal discord. Has a marriage ever survived a prenuptial agreement? Does someone with life insurance live longer? Today we ask you to believe us. Try to live your life for one entire 24-hour period in a state of unconditional love for yourself, for your fellow man, for your children, your family, neighbors, mailman, gas station attendant, boss, co-worker and auto mechanic. Live as if this were the day which will decide your entrance into the high-energy calibrated ascension portals. Give everything you have to everyone you see. Revel in the freedom you feel when you discard all worry, fear and any thought for planning for the future for just one day. Announce yourself to yourself in the mirror in the morning, I am the true God presence on earth. I am the gift to myself and to everyone around me when I shine my light and claim my place among the angels. I am here to create light, to breathe light, to use and shape and spread the light. I am my own happiness, my own comfort and good company. God loves me. I love God. I am light. We promise, you will finish your day with a smile and a heart that is full. Then try the next day, and you will feel twice as blessed. We will be cheering you on. We love you unconditionally. We are Mother/Father God. Via Core 3 May, June 3, 2013, 10 p.m. www.blogtalkradio.com/channel panel. Wednesday 8:30 p.m. EDT. www.whoeadslight.org